The Contest Between the Sun and the Wind, an Aesop's Fable, retold by Heather Forrest, illustrated by Susan Gatter. Now, the author retold this story from an Aesop's Fable, and that is the name of a man who is believed to have told many fables. And no one knows for sure if this was a real person or not. But if he was a real person, he was a slave in Greece more than 2,000 years ago. His fables have been passed down orally or by voice over many, many years, and now people have started to write them down for us to read. So in this story, the sun and the wind argue over which of them is stronger. And in order to settle the fight, they have a contest to see who can get the man to take off his coat. The Contest Between the Sun and the Wind. There once was a man in a warm coat, walking his way down a winding road. The sun and the wind, high in the sky, watched the man as he walked by. The wind bragged to the sun, "I'm the strongest one. I'm much stronger than you." "Really?" said the sun. "Then I challenge you to a contest of strength. Let us see who can take the coat off of that man on the road." "Oh, that's too easy," howled the wind. "I'll huff and I'll puff. I'll blow to the brim. I'll rip his coat off of him. I'll smash him against the trees. I'll take his coat off with ease." So the wind blew harshly down the road. The man clutched tightly to his coat. The wind grew loud. The wind grew cold. The shivering man buttoned up his coat. The birds clung to the trees. The world was dust and leaves. But the harder the wind blew down the road, the tighter the man held onto his coat. Discouraged, the wind blustered off with a gust and a swirl. Then the sun peeked out from behind a cloud, warming the air and the frosty ground. The man on the road unbuttoned his coat. He lifted his voice and sang out loud. The sun grew brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. The man began to feel so hot, he took off his coat and sat down in a shady spot. The wind returned and said to the sun, "I huffed and I puffed and I blew to the brim, but I could not force the man's coat from him. I can't imagine that you were able to either." The wind stopped howling long enough to look down. There was the man sitting under a tree. Lo and behold, his coat was folded up like a pillow under his head. "How did you force him to take off his coat?" the wind asked in amazement. The sun replied, "I did not force him at all. I lit the day. Through gentleness, I won my way." "There must have been a trick," grumbled the wind. "It's not a trick," said the sun. "It's a choice and a skill. Would you like me to show you?" The sun just smiled. Author's note. The contest between the sun and the wind is based on a fable attributed to a Greek slave named Aesop who lived 2,500 years ago. Passed on through the oral tradition by generations of storytellers, this metaphorical plot raises a ponderous question. Can gentleness instead of force be an effective way to achieve a goal?